Hello and welcome to Karts and Coasters, scenario number 12 in the original RollerCoaster Tycoon from 1999. Today's goal, 1,000 guests in the park by the end of year 3 with a park rating of 600. So, let's take a look at what we're working with here. Free admission, charging per ride. As the name implies, there's karts and there's coasters, 2 of each. We have some very, very long tracks for go-karts. Take these trees out. This one is called Turnpike. 12 cars, excitement rating of 6.99. And this one is called King Karts. 12 cars, excitement rating of 7.81. Quite lengthy go-kart tracks. The lines for these are obscenely long. 86 people in line for this one. 52 people in line for this one. And there's capacity for plenty more roller coasters. A little bit more sane. Excitement rating of 8 for Lumberjack. And for Timber Terror, excitement rating of 8.45. So you might think to yourself, hey, this is a really great start to the park, and you'd be right. But one of the problems with this is all of these rides are going to have very long queues, and they don't really have that many guests that can go on at one time. Like the go-karts, it's 12 at a time. Roller coasters, in theory... actually, let's just look at the numbers. 3 trains, 5 cars per train, 4 passengers per car. So this is a total of 60, if I've done my math correctly. A total of 60 that can go on Timber Terror at one time. And on Lumberjack, you got 6 cars per train, 3 trains. So, what is that, 72? Not incredibly huge. There's only 2 of them. So, you know that's not going to be enough capacity to achieve the goal here, which is, of course, 1,000 guests. Also, go-karts have a very low, soft guest cap, quote-unquote, compared to like a roller coaster. So we're definitely going to need to expand bigly. If I can get the trees back. Yeah, it's going to be kind of a challenge to build stuff here, especially the pre-built ride tracks. We might have to do some custom coasters. Might have to see exactly what we can get ourselves into, but this is a good start. All that being said, the go-karts are going to take a really, really long time to put guests through. So what I'm going to want to do, I know I just said we're going to put the trees back. I'm going to close the go-karts, and here's why. We're going to lengthen the station platform to allow the most possible people to ride this at once. So now the capacity for Turnpike has gone up to 21 cars. Which, now all of these are going to be... Well, all of those in the back are black. Well, how many of that? Let's see, that's 5, 6... Okay, so math. more of these are, quote-unquote, the wrong color. Let's change this to yellow. Car 14 can be red again. 15 can be yellow. I mean, just so we, you know, keep the same aesthetic that has been going on this whole time. But maybe the last one could be black. Black's a cool color. Well, if you're going by color temperature, it's not a cool color. It's just black. Anyway, car 21 can stay black. And we're going to go ahead and open. It's going to say, oh, we don't know what the test results are. Well, you're going to find out, I guess. Race mode, 2 laps, that's fine. I mean, it is a very long track. But now that we can do 21 cars, I think that's going to be a whole lot better. We're also going to absolutely spam QTVs, because that's going to reduce the amount of time that it takes for guests to... Actually, no, it's going to raise the amount of time, use my words correctly, that guests will tolerate sitting in line for this. We'll do the same thing, well, as much as we can, reasonably, without taking 1,000 years to do this. Put TVs on here. So, I don't want these trees. Go away. I actually can't increase the length of the queue on King Karts without modifying the track. But, again, there's only 12 cars here, and if we can increase it to 21 again, and probably not going to be 21, but every cart we add is one more guest that can go through on one running of the carts, which means you're going to move more guests per hour, you're going to move more guests through the line quicker. it's just a better thing for everybody involved. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to see adding all of those. We'll just add this to come back around. How many cars is this going to allow me to do? 19. All right, well, we can live with that. We're alternating blue and green. So that should be car 12 is green. Car 13 is going to be... Actually, which blue is it? It's not dark blue, is it? No, it is light blue. I was seeing if that was going to be, you know, a different name for the blue, but it's not. We'll just go ahead and do all of the odd-numbered cars in this color blue. With the exception of car 19, which we'll leave black because I think that's pretty cool. All right, so this is bright green. You might be saying, it really doesn't matter what color the carts are. Well, all right. We might as well make stuff look cool, right? We're playing the game. We're not trying to speedrun or we're not trying to be super efficient at whatever we're doing. We're just having a good time playing the game. That's what I always want to be about. So, we'll let that be what it's going to be. I'm going to... Oh, actually, hold on. This was already $5. I thought this was cheaper. Never mind. Turnpike, though. Turnpike needs to have its cost raised. So, $4. It is going to be waiting for probably a little while longer to get these guys in here, but it's going to be worth it when this can actually move a substantial quantity of guests. Since we had them closed for a little while, probably some people went home, but that's fine. They'll make it in here eventually. Wait, are these all lined up exactly perfectly side by side? Yeah. All right, well, there they go. Tidiest park in the country. I sincerely doubt that, considering we have one handyman. So, yeah, let's hire a second mechanic, since we're on that subject. And let's make sure our inspection times are set back to 10 minutes, because they're defaulted to... Oh, restraint stuck closed. Well, rather that than stuck open, I suppose. And then the other one up here. Oh, it was already 10 minutes. All right, cool. So, now that we've taken care of the 4 rides that actually come with the park, should see enhanced guest throughput. I know the satisfaction has gone down. The amount of guests in the park has gone down. Actually, no, this one's on its way back up. But a lot of people are hungry, and there's nowhere to buy food. I'm pretty sure there's nowhere to buy food in the park. 0. So let's take a look at what we got going on here. We got fries and soft drinks. It's like a high school cafeteria on Bean Burrito Day. Everybody's getting the fries from the a la carte line instead of whatever they put in that stuff. So, let's... Oh, Haunted House, come on, man. Stupid ride. Let's get rid of all of those, for sure. Maximum funding in roller coasters, thrill rides, and shops and stalls. Because you know we have to have the information kiosks so we can sell our umbrellas of indeterminate price. But let's go ahead and try to find a couple places we can put things like bathrooms right here for the sake of maintenance, and also because guests don't care. I think up to 60 cents-ish on bathroom charges. Put a drink stall there, put a fries stall there, and there you go. Now they have somewhere to eat, somewhere to drink, and somewhere to take care of whatever happens when you do both those things. So I'm going to turn the trees off again. And we're going to put in a bunch more trash cans because I don't really see any over here. And as soon as you don't have trash cans, you're going to have a huge mess. And that is not what anybody wants. Well, at the very least, it's not what I want. There may be somebody who likes having messy stuff, but no. Not on my watch. We've got a bunch of stuff to take care of that we don't... Just look at all this, look at all this mess on the park path here. Like, come on, man. Go-karts aren't that nausea-inducing. It is just absurd how few of these trash cans there are. Is it going to let me actually... There we go. Alright, and then benches. There's not really any rhyme or reason to the placement here. I'm just putting them at path intersections because I can. You don't have to have, you know, benches everywhere, but it is nice to have the option to sit down. And yeah, we can maybe mess with some other stuff later. But that should help, at the very least. I know I'm going to turn the trees off again. Let's make sure there is an easy way for all of the mechanics to get in to repair the rides. Okay, where's the entrance? Because this is the exit to King Karts. Is that the only place that path is going? Is all the way... Yeah, it sure is. So this needs a no entry sign, because there's no reason to be going there. Hopefully the mechanics can find that okay. What about the exits for everything else? Probably fine. Yeah, that's really weird how long this is just by itself. You know what? No, I'm going to put that no entry sign there because it's going to end up being probably necessary for... Can I even click on this? No, that is a person. It's going to be probably necessary for us to build something. Stop clicking on people. I want to click on the path sign. No. Stop it. It's because there's a bench there. Now, who's the genius that did... Aha! Right-click the sign. Gone. Okay, problem solved. Is that the correct orientation? Not quite. There we go. There's our default. So, I didn't check coaster prices. $350, but assignment rating of 845. How much do they come in with? 70 bucks? Well, the park isn't really full enough for me to have to worry about it quite yet. But we got to get some more people in here, and I don't really like doing advertising. Still don't have anything else working on. They're doing the haunted house. Now, the spinning wild mouse, we made this design once, and I've just plunked it in pretty much anywhere I could possibly put it. But that's because I think it's a good design. So if I go... right here is probably actually okay. Is there anywhere I can put this where it's not going to be... playing nasty with what I've got going on here? Honestly. Let's see, I can't really get away with this right there. Not enough space. I could put this up in the corner here. I hope I can at least. So if I do that, then this works here. I'm going to just raise the price on this guy to $4 because I can. Open it. And all of the paths here are just this regular dirt. Can't build a footpath. There's a footpath, then you ding-dongs. Fine. I thought I could just easily replace it, but I guess not. So now that just connects directly, and we've got our spinning wild mouse in the corner there that we can probably safely ignore for quite some time. Okay, so the race is over. Who's in the... 3 people in the line. It's not going to tell me how many people are on the ride, huh? Okay, well, there must not be very many. Alright. 39 people in the queue. Ah! That's right, because this is... this is a super long track. It's one lap, but the winner always gets to do the victory lap. So, then we have to wait every time. That's the problem with these long go-kart tracks. Is the winner's lap takes a super long amount of time. So maybe that's what's causing the problems we got here. Yeah, ride length 1,500 feet, and it does 2 laps. So the winner is going to be driving almost a mile in a go-kart. That's pretty ludicrous, to be perfectly honest with you. But, I don't know, go-karts are fun. Usually. Oh yeah, information kiosk. Cool, we'll make some money on umbrellas. But the rest of this stuff... Let's go ahead and do turbo speed, because it is a 3-year scenario, and it's already 14 minutes into this video, and we're still in May of the first year. So we'll get that time going a little bit. People are still hungry, but it's not 130 people anymore. Now it's just 60-ish. Need to go to the bathroom. Okay, well that's fair. We only have 1 bathroom. Let's, It is just so weird trying to find places to put stuff in here. I am going to continue to place bathrooms down. That's definitely a smart thing to be doing. Especially if you're charging for them. So we've got, what is that, bathroom number 4. Restroom, it's not a bathroom, you're not taking a bath. Well, who am I to judge what people do in the sinks? That is between them and their conscience. So, information kiosk. And maybe public decency laws. Information kiosk. Doing $5 umbrellas in the front of the park. The paths really are not organized very well, but hey. Well, now we got 2 of them. One in the back, one in the front. That should be okay. Selling our $5 umbrellas. Roller coaster coming on the 10th of June. What else can we build? Can't build the shuttle loop quite yet. But we will. We will build the shuttle loop. Wooden Wild Mouse. We have many options to choose from. We still don't have the custom vehicle for the mini miner, so this is just a weird one, man. 7.7 is pretty high for, but it's also 8.2 intensity. That's a little too high. Although the Wooden Wild Mouse coasters tend to be, what is it, 9.7? I don't think so. Cheesy mice. Vehicle design unavailable. What was the vehicle design? Cheese? Alright, well, I guess we're not going to worry about that. Mini suspended coaster. I don't dislike those, but a lot of people seem to think they're garbage. I don't know, it's kind of fun. I mean, objectively, it might be a bad design, but I think it looks cool at least. So we're already up to almost 500 guests. Because we built just this one in the back. There's 2 people on the ride. We gotta figure something out there. Complaining about the length of queues. Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you got in line for King Karts. Oh, yikes. Queue time is 16 minutes. Well, that's certainly not ideal. Yeah, that's too long. That's too long. We gotta lower that. Can I... Yeah, I could just move it one more over. That would actually shave a considerable quantity of... by considerable quantity, I mean, like, 10. But it would actually help quite a bit. Why are you removing the trees? Look, it's fine. So now I've disconnected that queue. Alright, that will work. Oh, it's closed because it broke down. Okay, well, you know, that's just the way it goes. It'll get reopened soon. Nobody else is getting in line for this thing until everybody's through. Even if we did only take, what, 10 people capacity off of there? Well, now it's 15. Mine train coaster. Okay. Alright, so that's how much we're going to take off. That's going to take like 20 people worth out of the line. I hope that's going to help. Go ahead and preload this with the Q-Line TVs. That should solve most of our problems. You know, I'm going to sit here babysitting this for like the next 100,000 years, and it's going to be super annoying, but hey. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Yeah, get 20-some people on that thing. Oh, look how quickly this goes here. Alright, so, complaining about the length of queues. Look, I'm trying. We're actively fixing the problem right now. Don't sass me. It's not going to be worth it for you. So we may end up, because each scenario is different, we may end up having to do a little bit of fiddling with what roller coasters we have in here, and if we do any advertising. Alright, so this is just about... There we go. Now it's connected. And that did probably shave off about 20 capacity, which is fine. How many are in line here? 66. Again, with the trees. Remove the trees. This is a really long queue, but there's not really much I can do about it. I mean, we have plenty of ability for these guys to be riding carts and move through relatively quickly. We just have to stay on top of it a little bit. Paths are looking reasonably clean, all things considered. The path layout actually isn't that obtuse, it's just a big park with a lot of trees. Alright, so what did I miss while I was playing with paths? Ah yes, the pirate ship. Where am I going to be able to stick this thing and have it not be completely stupid? Well, there you go. How about behind this garbage? Actually, that's probably not going to work out too great. Let's not put that there. Because I don't have flat path in a reasonable place to attach there. But there's going to be somewhere in here I can shove this blasted thing. Don't get any weird ideas either. Yeah, these queues are just really long for no reason. So this is the exit for the coaster there. Pirate Ship 1. Yes, that is my favorite name for a ride. How did you know? Alright, I gotta turn these trees off again. Alright, so this is actually gonna become there. And then this will end up going right like there. Alright, so that puts the pirate ship there. Buy the $5 umbrellas, please, and thank you. These suspended swinging, mini suspended mine train. I like this. But there's not really that many good rebuilt designs, so I don't think we're going to mess with that too much. Building a custom roller coaster that isn't going to end up being that great is probably not worth our time here. Just because there's so much that you can't do on mine train coasters. Not as bad as some, but you don't have the ability to do certain track segments like you would with the regular looping / steel roller coaster. But we got to get a couple more in here. I don't know if there's some sort of a... there's only 8 people on the ride for this thing. There's also only 500 people in the park, so eventually they're going to get in here and they're going to say, hey, let's go ride Spinning Wild Mouse Custom 1. Because that's definitely a thing real human beings say. Alright, now, twist / scrambled eggs. Why don't we pop this guy in? I mean, they got rotation mode. Great. Sounds fantastic. There we go. That gives them something to do over here. Fruity Ice's stall, otherwise known as ice cream. But yeah, we'll go ahead and put one of these in here. It'll let me paint the building, huh? Alright, what was that? Light blue? Okay, we'll leave it light blue. Hoping to get a couple of other good rail rides here. As long as the throughput on the kart tracks is looking okay. Yikes, 19 minutes is not great. That is definitely not great for queue time. I don't really know what the solution would be. Short of just... Actually, you know what? That's not a bad idea at all. Just... Come on. Alright, I gotta turn the trees off again. No one else is allowed to get in line for the carts. We're doing it again. Uh-oh, now somebody's lost. Well, it sucks to be you, dude. All you had to do was just get back on the path here. Well, maybe he's gonna find his way where he's supposed to be going. Somehow I doubt it. Well, when we get the little pop-up that says so-and-so is lost and can't find the park exit, then we can laugh at him. Alright. There we go. Now, of course, this poor handyman is stuck here. Oh, so it was steeplechase. Steeplechase that we did. Yeah, but relocating the entrance to this queue up here will substantially shorten the amount of time they have to wait. It's not going to increase the throughput, but it is going to make it so that they don't have to, you know, stand in line for 20 minutes. Definitely not ideal. But this should clear everybody else out. Pretty much. Alright, now that's connected there. Much more realistic. Hey, let's click on the ducks. Quack, 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 quack. Alright, so that's looking better. What's our throughput looking like? 22 minutes! I already shortened this. I guess I could shorten it again, but I honestly thought this was pretty reasonable as is. This is only one... Yeah, it's only one lap. 19 cars. Alright. Steeplechase, Well, this one has theming, but it doesn't have the right vehicle. They already built that guy. Regular steeplechase is just regular steeplechase. That thing is whatever it is. Is there somewhere I can stick this, like, in the back corner? That's actually not terrible, but there's no paths close by. Well, we could probably make it work anyway. Now, I think I might have an issue with pathing here, but let's find out. Yep. Absolutely. Alright, so if I put this here, I don't know if my my pathing connections are going to be perfect, but we don't really need these to have super long queues anyway. I don't think that's really very beneficial. But this will just end up going right this way. All the way back here, regular old steeplechase with horses or motorbikes. But we can't change it because it has to be closed. That's fine. What are we looking at here? Balloon stall. Well, that's always a fun way to easily make some money. Make sure that is same price throughout the parks. We can make them free later. How about another one kind of up this way? There we go. Just 2 for now. Should be plenty. See if anybody wants to ride this thing. Okay, cool. So we actually do have 3 people on the ride. Now it's 4. Alright. How about this guy? Okay, so people are actually waiting. That's good. Turnpike has now a queue time of 8 minutes. I didn't even put queue line TVs in this one. Alright, that should help a little bit. Cotton candy stall. I don't really care too much about having cotton candy. Up to almost 700 guests. I would like to get a couple more roller coaster designs. I specifically want the steel one, and you know why. There's still roller coasters to research. I'm going to uncheck shops and stalls. And I know I said I don't care about cotton candy, but you know what? We're going to build it anyway. Because we can. So how's our... Okay, these are both busy, so let's add a third. See, these roller coasters have really, really high excitement values, but the queues are never full, which is kind of baffling to me. Okay, there's a lot of barf. There's a lot of barf over here. There we go. 5 more handymen. Randomized. I don't want to set individual patrols because that's really annoying to do. It's also kind of bugged a little bit. Where the guy just gets stuck in one square randomly. Definitely not an excuse. Oh, vertical drop roller coaster. That's a good one. That's a really good roller coaster. I just wonder if I can have somewhere reasonable to place it. Where is the queue for this guy? For Lumberjack. Yeah, there's only 5 people in the queue for it. Like, what gives? What's with that? Like, this is supposed to be a really great roller coaster. It's 8.1... Ah, the intensity rating. That'll do it. That'll do it. Is there any way I can change... Those are already banked turns. Yeah, it looks like most of the turns are already banked, so I don't really know... That's a different roller coaster. I don't really know how I can change... I mean, the lateral Gs aren't even bad. 1.87 is not really that much. 3.34 is a bit much on the vertical Gs, but... Well, for my taste, at least. I don't really know how you would fix that. Well, if they have a preferred ride intensity, then that's on them. Vertical drop roller coasters ready to go. And this is a cool one. We've built maybe a couple of these before. And one of the scenarios, I think it might be in RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 or in one of the expansions to the first game. Actually has a, what is that? 46, it's like the thing from Alien or something. That is like a bundle of Bright Crawler, the gummy worms. That is a very strange... Intensity rating of 9.1. No thank you. Try to find something with a reasonably low intensity rating. 6.1 is fine. 6.2. Excitement. So was that 12 grand? This one's 8,000. You're still complaining about queue lengths? Man, get over yourself. Alright, let's see. Okay, this isn't terrible here. I'm just going to have to be able to put in... This might actually work great right here. Because, it's high. I didn't think it was going to be... Okay, well that's alright. I think I can make this work. 1, 2, 3... Am I going to be able to get down this way? Let's find out. Hide the trees again. Somebody was really smart, and it wasn't me. Can I get this to go all the way down? No, I cannot. All right. So the logical solution here is, of course, to delete the information kiosk and build the path down. That's definitely the correct thing to... Are you serious? This thing's in the way? Alright, okay, what about... This is definitely what I was supposed to be doing here. Okay, let's see. Now I have to rotate this again. I really can't see anything here. Alright, you know what? That's fine. We'll just have that do that. Open, change this to say $4. We should be alright. And then I will rebuild the information kiosk to be in that position. There we go. Alright, so what messages did I miss here? Safest park in the country. That's not potentially an omen of anything. But we do have a corkscrew roller coaster available now, which is another good small one. Also, it's almost the end of year 2, and we're only at 700 guests. The scenario is 1,000? Yeah. So we're going to need to pick up the pace a little bit here. Some of these are just hilarious. I want to find something with a high excitement rating, but ideally an intensity rating... I wonder if I can find one below 6 for this. 6.9, 6.8, 6.9, 9.5 definitely not going to fly. 6.5, but that's also huge. 6.9, 9.3, 9.9, no, 6.4. Okay. Ooh, 5.7. Oh, this is like a cheater coaster, though. Little baby man coaster. Oh, is that 28, 18? Alright. Is there something that's, like, better than that we can work with? Okay, that's like a real roller coaster. It's only 5.3. I think they'd like less intense rides here. We made this garbage before, and I built this last time. I'm pretty sure. And it was not set up correctly. A couple of you caught that. The launch speed is not fast enough to get an unloaded train through the loops. And guests are going to be less likely to ride an untested ride. But they will pay any amount of money for it. They're just going to be less likely to ride it. Alright, so that one that was 5.3... This is a pretty big coaster relative to what we're working with here, but I don't think this would be necessarily bad. We just have to be able to get the path into it. Oh, okay, I need 11 grand. That's right, I don't have any money. Okay, that's gonna take every last dime that we have to our name here. Well, not quite. But what I'm gonna end up doing is having this come out this way. Might need to relocate the bathroom, maybe, to get this to work. So let's actually do that. Remove restroom 3. And I need to put these entrances in, because I want to be able to have the pathing work out. Let's try that. Let's try that. Do the same thing that we normally do with these, which is just snake our queues here. And then what I will do is just bring this right like so. Open, say $4 just because why not, and give them benches just because we can. Alright, so that works. Put the normal view back. Not too bad. Not too bad. Now you will notice this vertical drop coaster does not have... No, this isn't the vertical drop coaster, it's the corkscrew coaster. I don't actually see a corkscrew in this. Unless I've just missed it. That's okay, well that's kind of a waste. But it is a lower intensity ride and it's a different coaster type, which I think, at least, is important for variety purposes. And now we've basically maxed out the loan, so we got to get some more money back here. Let's see what these guys are up to here. 65 people in line for King Karts. Queue time 16 minutes. Well, not too much I can do about that. Queue time of 8 minutes. That's definitely preferable. Bobsled coaster. Bobsled coasters are okay. Here goes this guy. Whee! Tidiest park. Still complaining about queues, but I've already done about everything I can. I don't really know what else they expect me to be able to do. Roller coaster. Give me just the regular steel looping coaster so I can make my shuttle loops. Well, to be honest, we should probably modify that. Just go ahead and modify it with the loop. The camera, not the loop. It already has a loop. So then, I think this was a Marcel Voss video talking about getting the process of guest on-ride photo purchases figured out. It's something to the effect of, if they decide they want to buy a photo, they will always buy it if it's $6 or less than $6 or something, but they won't always buy it. They won't always decide to buy one, but if they do, they will always purchase it if the price is under whatever it worked out to. Of course, that's more min-maxing than just playing the game for fun. You know, but sometimes techniques like that can help you get stuff a little bit easier and focus on whatever creative aspect you want to do. Compact inverted coaster, which means we now have the regular inverted coaster. This actually doesn't look that different from the corkscrew coaster. I know it has different cars. So this is like just a big thing that we don't really... This garbage. We built this one. At least this one has like an actual track that goes somewhere. This is just like, yeah, this is technically a roller coaster. I guess. Oh, there's that one too, the station up high. This one's kind of cool because it goes around the station with the loop things. Okay, stuff breaking down. We might want to go ahead and hire another, yeah. I'm going to hire another, let's hire another 2 mechanics. Because we do have a lot more rides now. All right, so people are riding. We're actually making pretty good money, all things considered. Yeah, we made $3,400 last month. That's great. Probably should pay back the loan, but we're also going to need to keep building stuff, because we do still have a full year left in the scenario, and we're only at 800 guests, so we're going to have to definitely build some more thrill ride type stuff, but we already have the inverted roller. I don't know why it does this, but it always unlocks both of them at the same time, and it always researches this one after the other one, so you lose like a whole month of research. But I need some more thrill rides. We do have the launched free fall again, so that's a good thing. But, ooh, is this gonna... No, never mind. Try to get these guys in here to actually, you know, ride roller coasters. That's kind of the whole point behind what we're doing. Rotate. Get these blasted trees out of here. So this actually wouldn't be terrible. I just have to have the entrance accessible. Let's say we can charge $3 for this. There we go. They'll ride that. Nice, easy place for that to fit into. Alright, now a thrill ride. Give me something good. Although this is already a very good, very efficient thrill ride for guest throughput. But we're still only 820 guests, so you know what we're going to do is I'm going to take it out of speed mode. Because we have, what, 5 months? 6 months-ish, plus a little bit, to get up over 1,000 guests. Now, the park rating is great. It's basically as high as it gets. But we got to get some more people in here, and I normally don't do advertising. So I'd like to try to avoid... running out of cash. Well, we don't have cash machines yet. That's a RCT2 thing. People feeling sick, nothing you can do about that. First aid station isn't a thing yet. We just need to get more guests in the park, which hopefully thrill ride, whatever it is going to allow us to, well, swinging inverter ship, so nobody cares. I don't like usually duplicating ride types, although that is a guaranteed way to get your guests in, but what's the fun in that, right? I guess we can build other simple roller coasters if they like lower intensity stuff. El Cheapo, yeah, there you go. 1.6 excitement rating. Might as well go watch paint dry or file your 1040 forms. Let's see. Crazy Caterpillar is not a bad one. And the rest of these are just like ludicrous, weird designs. This is huge. It's half a mile long on a junior coaster. 8.4 intensity on this. I don't think so. I don't think so, buddy. 5.9 intensity might be okay. Where can I stick our little crazy caterpillar here? Okay, that might work. Let's turn this around. Nope, lift hill is not going to allow me to do that. What about back here? Yeah, having the things, like, interact with each other is always fun. Provided we can actually have... I gotta turn the trees off again. Provided we can actually build the ride. So this here... Oh, this would actually be probably perfect. Because it interacts with different rides. Okay, so this is the entrance to the station. I know I can always just go straight down. This would need to be here. I hope... I may have actually gotten myself stuck here. Okay, let's try... Okay, no, that works. That works, that's fine. Come on. Come on, there we go. Alright, we can make that work. I'll leave this at $2 because why not? Get these guys in here to ride the crazy caterpillar. Swinging inverter ship. Again, a why does this exist ride, but people seem to like it, so it's fine. If they're not going to ride the super intense coasters, then they're not going to ride them, but people are riding this, it's just not nearly as many as I think it should have riding. Well, it doesn't automatically mean it's bad. We just have to make sure we're building stuff where it's supposed to be going. Can I... These trees, I swear. Alright, now I can actually see... What's the, I wish there was a key to show that, that intersection of, like, the plane that this is being built upon. I think this should work. Get these trees out of here. I don't want to delete them, though. Alright, oh, that's actually perfect. So this can just go here, wrapped around that side. I think we can make that work. No other mode except swing mode. Alright. Still have roller coasters and thrill rides to research. Don't know what's coming because it's probably going to be at least a full month, but at least we have more stuff down for these guys to do. What about our, yep, running out of cash, feel sick. Park is clean and tidy. Well, that's good to see. Queuing King Karts for ages. You picked it. Alright, so most of the complaints are things I can't actually solve. Most of the common complaints, at least, so that's fine. How's our crazy caterpillar? 5 people on a ride. Nobody in line. Okay. What are we thinking about? It's a good value. Okay, good. The intensity rating is higher. Is that because it's higher off the ground? I actually don't know what causes that. I probably should. This guy is like bouncing back here. What's going on with that? How are we looking on mechanics? Okay, none of them are doing anything. These guys are just walking. I don't see egregious quantities of vomit or trash on the ground, so that's good. Okay, there's a little bit, but nothing terrible. Anybody on this actual thing? Steeplechase, 3 people on the ride. Alright. We have 900 guests. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna start advertising for particular rides. Well, for 2,400 bucks. That's why I never did this. Let's say 6 weeks. I know they'll ride Steeplechase. It's just in the back of the park. It's kind of hidden away, so run an ad for that. Because this is a really middle-of-the-road excitement, intensity, nausea ride for the average person to want to come do. And it's priced at $2. Like, come on. Come on. So hopefully more start riding it, because as soon as it gets popular, then you know you get people do repeat rides, so on and so forth. I just don't like it when stuff doesn't get used. Sometimes the guests in a specific scenario have specific tastes that aren't necessarily going to match with what you want to build. You just got to make it work. Motion simulator. Oh, come on, man. It's like the worst one. Now, this is like a little baby man here. 350 for excitement, 850 for intensity. So, we might as well build another one. Oh, you know what? It probably wouldn't hurt to have something else over here. Ooh, that's a much better color scheme. Now this is 60-mile-an-hour launch. Is this tall enough to support a 60-mile? Okay, it is. All right, we're good. Unless we have super heavy guests, which would cause it to fly off the track. But let's just hope that's not the case. So what I will do is do that, and do that. That one's ready to go. See if anyone comes up to ride that mess. And we're up over 1,000 guests. So that's the scenario condition met right there. But I would really like to try and repay the loan and see how things are going to hold up. I know advertising does temporarily increase guest generation. And you can run all the campaigns at once and it'll do whatever the boost is. I don't remember what the figures are. But I try not to use it as much as I can. Just because, 1, it's really annoying to continuously renew. And 2, it costs a lot of money. Which, I mean, that's how it is in real life. And there's a lot of conventional business wisdom that says you should be spending X amount of % of your your intake or your gross budget or whatever different strategy you have on marketing, or you're not going to succeed. So I guess it's just a fact of life that we've got to do it. But that doesn't mean I have to like it. 52 people. Okay, so this is actually popular. The empty queue is not a problem. Because I think a lot of these guys are just getting right back on the ride. Okay, so 32 is a full train. So, in theory, this one should hold 64 people. Assuming enough people get on it. 62. It's going to send it. Yep. That train's full. I think part of the problem is this is just a really big park. Okay, so the advertising campaign is finished, and hey, the queue's full. Alright, so what are we thinking? Favorite ride of 37% of guests. Popularity 96, that means 96% of the people in the park have ridden it. I think is what that is. Satisfaction 70%. What? You want your money back? Or what? It's you get on the horse on the track and you go. That's what the roller coaster is. Alright, so we still have mechanics who aren't doing anything. That's good. Paths are looking... yeah, they look good. As long as people aren't busting our trash cans or our benches up, I think we're fine. And people are riding Timber Terror, it's just doesn't have a huge queue. I say, and then suddenly it's 2/3 full. You know how this works. Top Spin. Top Spin's not a bad ride. I did remember seeing in a video that the intermediary setting is actually the best option for this. People don't want to ride this because it's intense, I guess. Where am I gonna put these things? Like, this is one of those parks that it's like really easy to do this wrong, I guess. Ah, okay, we'll put that there. But intense mode seems to be the best middle ground option. Turn the trees off again. And simple queue should work just fine. So intensity rating still under 6. Complain about length of queues. Get out of line if you don't like it that much. Go ride something else. We got plenty of stuff nobody wants to ride. Except this one roller coaster seems to be doing really well. It's just people aren't waiting. I think it's the same people just going over and over and over again. Which, alright, I guess that's fine. Do what you want. Reverse freefall coaster. Is that like the super long one? Yeah. This is not a very good coaster for guest throughput, but it is kind of cool. It is kind of cool. It's just kind of a weird looking deal here. Can I find a good place to pop the entrance for this? This is also something that we could. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we could easily... Oh, look at this mess. Limb-powered launch, linear induction motors. So it doesn't need to have a long queue because it only has one car. But I think this thing should be fine. We didn't adjust any of the other settings. This thing is just going to... and then come back down. And after a certain point, it just goes back at like a super slow speed. Well, if you have a long enough track like this. Alright. Was great. Was really good value. Was great. Really good value. Okay, well guess what? Now it's more money. Although I'm pretty sure I can just charge more or less whatever I want for this. $4 or $5. I'm also going to uncheck wait for full load on this. Just so it runs. Okay, now there's people in line for it. That works. Too intense for me. Okay, 7.4 probably is a little higher than most people would want in this park. 1,100 guests. Pay back a little bit more of the loan here. Yeah, I think we have pretty successfully... Despite building no more go-karts, we have tripled the quantity of people in the Karts and Coasters Park. I just wonder why they're not riding this launched free fall, but they're lining up for this guy. This is a higher intensity. It's 9.4, whereas this one is 8.5. They have about the same excitement. 4.17 versus exactly the same excitement. So why are they not riding this? Is it just because it's further back in the park? It's almost certainly what it is. All right, and the loans paid all the way back. Cool. So yeah, that's probably going to be just about all she wrote. Let's make the balloons free. I don't know why I clicked on the water thing there. Free balloons for everyone. Where can I put another balloon stall? Guess I'll put one there. Random colors. Put another one in. I already have one over there. What about over here? Here we go. I like it when everyone has balloons. I think it's fun. Alright, so put this on turbo mode and we'll do our end of episode stuff since it's basically right at the end. Appreciate you guys and all the support on this series. It's been a lot of fun. I know we're only 12 in and there's, what, over 100 of these things if you include all the expansions, so we got a ways to go. But the enthusiasm and the support for this has been great. Beard Boosters as well. All of your support makes it possible to even try something like this instead of just chasing algorithmic trends, which I never like to do. But you make it possible, so I am very thankful for your support. Everyone who's ever been part of that, even if it was just a month or 2 months or as a gift subscription or whatever, you make it possible. And we have some weird, like, graphical tearing going on here. Some of these things, if you can see that. But we have plenty more to come in this series. We've got plenty more to come with the beavers. Water beavers, of course, getting into the late game stuff with that. And we now know that the Update 6 mainstream launch for Timberborn is coming on October 10th, which is a week from today as of me recording this. So get excited for that. That's going to be fun. Although I imagine probably most of you have already played it in the early access experimental bit. But we'll get into that, of course, once that is out. And that's about all I've got. We're right here at the middle of October in the game. And we're just going to let this thing play out. We got 10,000 cash. We've got almost 1,200 guests. Park rating is all the way up. And we can say that we have successfully completed Karts and Coasters. All we got to do now is just put our name on that list as soon as it hits the end of October 31st, and that will be in just a moment here. And there we go. Company value of $315,036. A rousing success. And our name's on the list. Well, my name's on the list. And there you go. We've got carts, we got coasters, we got more coasters, we got thrill rides, we got free balloons. And that's all she wrote. Have a great one, friends. We'll see you back in the next episode. Stay safe, have fun. See you later. Bye-bye.